Everyone thinks budget smartwatches are throwaway gadgets, but here's the thing. The Xiaomi Redmi Watch 4 at around 121.99 punches way above its price, because that 1.97-inch 60Hz AMOLED, the legit 20-day battery claim, and built-in GPS changed my mind during testing. I know, bold, but I wore it for 2 weeks straight, tracked runs, hammered notifications, and tried to break the battery. And the result, not what I expected from a watch with a 4.4-star rating on Amazon. Most sub-150 watches cut corners. This one didn't in the places that matter. Yet there are trade-offs you should know. Stick with me because what I discovered flipped my buying advice for this category. Before we dive into what I discovered, quick note. If you're already thinking this might be your next daily driver, I've dropped the best current price link below. But hold off for a minute because a couple of my test results might surprise you and save you money. Here's why I needed this watch in the first place. I'm training for a 10K, but my old budget smartwatch was a disaster. Laggy UI, late notifications, overhyped battery life that barely hit 5 days, and GPS that drew zigzags through buildings. I wanted 3 things: a screen I could actually read outdoors, a battery that didn't require a nightly ritual, and GPS I could trust on unfamiliar routes. The Redmi Watch 4 looked like another spec sheet flex. 1.97-inch AMOLED at 390x450 with 60Hz refresh, up to 20 days battery, 150 plus sports modes, new sensors, built-in GPS, rotating crown, HyperOS. I've heard it all before. My skepticism meter was high, but if it delivered even 2 of those claims, it could replace my daily. I set up 4 testing scenarios. First, daily usability. I ran it with always-on display off for week 1, then on for week 2. The 60Hz panel is not marketing fluff. Scrolling through tiles with the rotating crown felt smooth and swipes were snappy. Race to Wake fired reliably about 9 out of 10 times, and the peak brightness was readable on a bright midday walk. Notifications came in consistently from email, Slack, and texts. You cannot install third-party apps and replies are limited. Canned responses on Android, nothing fancy, but for glanceable info, it did the job. Here's where it gets interesting. HyperOS on the watch felt lighter than I expected. No stutters navigating between heart rate, SpO2, weather, and workouts. Not full smartwatch territory, but a clean, fast daily experience. Second, battery. Start at 100% week 1 with AOD off, 24/7 heart rate, SpO2 spot checks, 2 45-minute GPS runs, and lots of notifications. After 7 days, I was at 42%. Day 12, I hit 14% and finally charged. That's real world, not a lab. Week 2, I turned on always-on display, added a 3rd GPS session, and did nightly SpO2. I got just over 9 days. That aligns with the up to 20 days claim under lighter use and about 10 days heavy. Honestly, this is the one thing that steals thunder from premium watches. No battery anxiety. Third, GPS and sports accuracy. I ran a known 5K loop I benchmark with my phone and a chest strap. GPS lock took about 10 to 15 seconds in an open area, 30 plus seconds near tall buildings. The recorded distance was 5.02 km on the open route, 5.08 km in the urban canyon, within the margin I see on pricier devices. Pace stabilized after the first minute. Heart rate during steady runs was within 2 to 4 BPM of a chest strap, but during sprints it lagged by a few seconds and spiked slightly, typical for wrist sensors. The 150-plus sports modes cover the basics and then some. You won't get deep training load or VO2 max like dedicated running watches, but for tracking, pacing, and calories, it's solid. Fourth, health and sleep. Overnight tracking picked up bedtimes and wake-ups accurately in my testing, with sleep stages aligning with how I felt in the morning. SpO2 readings were consistent, and stress tracking roughly mirrored my workday chaos. The new sensors didn't feel like a gimmick. Are they medical grade? No. Are they consistent for trends? Yes. Not all sunshine. The big 1.97-inch display is gorgeous, but the watch case is large. Smaller wrists might find it chunky. The strap is comfortable, but the mounting design limits third-party options unless you find compatible ones. The charger is proprietary. And if you want third-party apps, NFC payments, or onboard music storage, this watch is not that. It's a focused fitness-first watch with smart features, not a mini phone on your wrist. Here's the unexpected part after 2 weeks. The 60Hz screen changed how often I used the watch. Smooth scrolling and a larger canvas made glances faster and data easier to read mid-run. I spent time dialing in watch faces and widgets because it felt responsive, not sluggish. The second surprise, battery claims aren't inflated. With reasonable settings, it's a legit multi-week device even with a few GPS workouts mixed in. Third, GPS is good enough for most people. It won't outclass high-end multi-sport watches in dense downtowns, but on suburban roads and parks, my tracks were clean. How does it stack up? Versus similarly priced fitness watches, the Redmi Watch 4's combination of 60Hz AMOLED, rotating crown, and battery life stands out. Compared to app-heavy platforms, you sacrifice third-party ecosystems but gain endurance and simplicity. Too good to be true, the catch is exactly that focus. No app store, limited replies, and basics-first training metrics. But for $121.99, the value-to-annoyance ratio is shockingly in your favor. Now that you know the 3 reasons this works in real life, that buttery 60Hz display, true multi-week battery, and dependable GPS with 150+ sport modes, if it fits your needs, grab it before the price bumps or colors go out of stock. Best current price link is in the description. Bottom line, the Xiaomi Redmi Watch 4 delivers where it counts. If you want a big, sharp screen, long battery life, reliable health tracking, and built-in GPS without paying flagship money, this is an easy yes. Android users get the best experience. iPhone users will still enjoy it, but with limited replies. Skip it if you need third-party apps, mobile payments, or deep training analytics. For most people, though, this is the rare budget watch that respects your time and your battery. 3 reasons, 1 verdict. It's the budget watch that stopped feeling budget.